You know I try to be a good man, I always give it my best. But truth be told, someday I wanna go to the wild, wild west.
Live with flavor you can't put down. It's time for Real Estate Jerky. Pick up your phone and get ready for real answers from our expert hosts, Ed Parcaut, President, Lending for Living, and Erin Custer, Realtor with PMZ Real Estate. Smoking out the bull and keeping it real. Covering you first-time homebuyers and complex commercial investors. These two will give you something to chew on. Real Estate Jerky is on now.
Sometimes I wanna be just
Hey, good afternoon. It's great to be with you here today. I'm here with my co-host, Erin Custer, and we have our special guest today. We have Kyle Helton and Lyle Helton, which is known as the Plumbing Twins, correct?
Yes, that's correct, sir.
Yes.
How you doing, Erin?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. The Plumbing Twins are here to help us answer all types of questions about plumbing. Every homeowner at one time or another needs a good plumber or two of them. Everything from drains, water heaters, sewers, showers, bath, toilets, you name it, they'll go over it today. And by the way, Kyle is part of our focus on veterans and military servicemen. Kyle is currently an Air Force reservist stationed at Travis Air Force Base. Is that correct?
That is correct, with
All
the
right.
349th Civil Engineering Squadron.
Okay.
Thank you for your service.
No problem.
A little bit louder. We're good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, you told him don't yell into the microphone. And
I
so
know.
the poor guy
I'm
is
used to you yelling
holding back,
and then going back.
and then you're yelling at him already, and he just got here.
All right. So, and as you guys all know, that we believe home ownership is one of the foundations for building personal wealth. That's why we're here every week. So let's get going. Erin, let's hear about your week. What was the best thing that happened to you this week?
Well, it was Valentine's, and I go crazy in our valley because it's so gorgeous right now. You know, with the rains, it makes everything brand new. And then we've got the almond blossoms. It's really my most favorite time of the year. So that was good. That I really realized this week. And then, but the thing that happened to me that was so fun, and I think this is fun for any realtor, is when you help somebody buy their first home and they get it on Valentine's Day, and that happened for us. And so, and I want to thank you because you're the one that got him approved in 5 seconds. And so I'm excited. That was the best thing that happened this week.
Oh,
But
congratulations.
thank you. How about you? What was the best thing that happened to you this
I'm
week?
going to go to the Plumbing Twins, and we're going to ask them, what is the best thing that happened to you this week?
This week, we focused on restructuring our business, for the upcoming year. That's what we were working on.
Yeah, we try to do some restructuring here and there to make our company more flexible. It's a mid-based company, so we're not trying to charge our customers expensive. We're trying to keep it to a moderate, affordable price.
That's
right.
great. And I thought it would be here on Real Estate Jerky this week, but what do I know?
But you know what, Ed? Don't you find that people that are looking at their product every year and planning every year like you do, like I do, they're always the best businessmen, and they're always the most
professional.
fun to
Yes.
work with because they're honest, they know where they're at, and they can do the best deals for you. And so I really appreciate
That's
that.
right.
Thank you.
You have
Yeah.
to relook at your business every year to see where you can grow, where you need to change, that kind of stuff.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're constantly doing that, but we run into people that don't. So good job
Yeah.
there, guys.
Like 2018, me and my twin, we've had a lot of customers, about water heaters and stuff. There's some that couldn't afford it. Me and my twin, we've also given water heaters to needy families.
That's right.
Last year, every year, we try to help our community. So.
Great.
Don't you think, Ed, that when you do your business, but heart and family is at the center of it, that you just do a better job?
I think most
And
people do.
We
yes.
like that.
Yep.
So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you
job.
for giving away.
Yeah, no problem.
Best thing that happened to me this week is finally I was helping a gentleman buy his dad's house, and he had a reverse mortgage on it, and they ended up getting in a contract. 2 days later, his dad passed away. Right. And so in order to go through the transaction, nothing could change because he had already signed everything. And we had to deal with a reverse mortgage company to do a short sell on it. And it was just a lot of work to get them to see what we had to do. And we finally got that closed this week. So that was the best thing that happened for me.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
And then, the other fun thing was for Valentine's Day, we had a heart-shaped pizza. My husband.
Yeah.
We got a Papa
That's
Murphy's
great.
heart-shaped pizza.
Well, that's cool.
And my husband was so happy.
Well, he's happy for the pizza. He didn't care if it was heart shaped.
I did.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's time for your listings.
Oh, yay. Okay, good.
Let's key it up.
Yeah, let's do my music and everything.
All right, we need to do better for you.
Okay. So I was looking at the totals this morning, and for Stanislaus County, there's 855 residential properties on the market, and 410 closed. So those closed, let's see. They're talking about the end weeks in January, so that's how far out we get them. But that gives us our totals for Stanislaus. And in San Joaquin, there's 1,063 and 542 closed. So maybe they've ticked up a little bit.
Well, it has for San Joaquin, but not for Stanislaus. That's 800. That's hardly anything.
Yeah, we were down low, but they're up just a few. They are up a little bit.
But that's still that's barely 2 months supply in Stanislaus County.
I know.
Yeah, we always try to focus on housing starts too, and make that an important thing that we can tell about how our business is going through the housing starts through the year.
So good.
Growth.
Thank you.
Growth and
then we're going to talk to you later on too a lot about how to service your house and how to keep on top of your plumbing, because that could be one of the number one things that can ruin a house, right?
That's right. That's right.
So let me talk about some of these listings and then we'll get going, huh?
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So the house that I wanted to feature this week is the most gorgeous house. We talked about it last week a little bit. It's 836 Glen Abbey Drive in Manteca. It has 3,599 square feet. It is the size of 3 houses. It's gorgeous. It has almost the whole house upstairs and down, with laundry room upstairs, laundry room down. It has a master suite upstairs and a master suite downstairs. And upstairs, there's also a junior suite, and then another whole area that has a bedroom, a bathroom, and a whole living room. So, as well as living room downstairs with fireplaces and a large room that can be used as a workout room, and then there's another room downstairs that can be used as a 5th bedroom. So it has a gourmet kitchen. It is completely landscaped front and rear. It is a luxury home with many, many amenities, and it is buttoned up tight. It is beautiful shape, and it's ready for sale, and it's by appointment only. So please call me at pound 250 and reference Real Estate Jerky, and we'll get on that.
Give me your cell number.
209-380-2142. I sleep with it, so I always have it with me.
You don't sleep with your husband?
I do, and he gets so mad at me. Sometimes he gets up in the night and moves into the other room because I make too much noise and my phone goes off and whatever. But that's okay. I wanted to feature some first-time buyer homes. There are a couple that we're in love with. In Salida right now on Rollingwood, there's a home that's $290. It's a 3-2. And that's definitely available for a first-time buyer. And on Valley Terrace Way in Salida, there's a home for $299 that fits with all the first-time buyer programs, and it's a 3-2 as well. Beautiful, beautiful little starter home. And on Parks Avenue in Salida, there's a home for $292, and it's a 3-2. And Salida seems to be the town this week. In Oakdale, there's a lovely home that's running at $289.9. It's a 3-2, and it's on D Street in Oakdale. Also on J Street in Oakdale, there's a house for $285. It's a 3-2 and fits within our first-time buyer programs. And these, of course, are all single stories, so easy to get into if it's your last house or your first house. On Fair Oaks Avenue in Oakdale, there's a home for $299, and it's a 3-2. I'm loving these first-time buyer homes. They're beautiful and just fresh on the market. In Modesto on Huntington Drive, there's a home for $265. What's the payment on $265? Something.
Tell you in a minute.
Okay, and then on Ryber Avenue in
wanna stop
Modesto is $274. Oh, I have to stop now.
No, keep going. I want you to get finished with your listing.
That's a 3-2. It's only $274.
You take all my time.
I have a $284 in Modesto, a 3-2 on Gold Dust, and on Scottsdale Way in Modesto, $290. I also wanted to tell you that at any time of the day or night, we've got homes for $200,000, $194 in Stockton. And so I am so thrilled for our first-time buyer program. Ed also developed a new one with that has a down payment assistance that would match for all of these homes. So give us a call, hit #2 or hashtag 250, reference
pound.
Real Estate Jerky, and we'll move forward.
right, I think we'll take a break, and then when we get back, I'll do my market, and we'll talk. So, hey, we'll be right back after this break, and we'll be talking to Kyle and Lyle Helton, owners of Drainmaster Plumbing. We also take your calls, and we made it very easy. As Erin's been saying, it's pound 250, say the keyword Real Estate Jerky, and we'll be connected. Otherwise, you can call us at 209-551-3483, and we'll talk to you when we get back. I just didn't, I normally pick on people, but I didn't yet.
You picked on him.
Not yet.
I'm Colin Montgomery with
Yeah, but that's coming.
Hey,
Ed, can I get you to turn your mic up just a bit? Thank you.
No problem.
He's a hard ass.
Erin, turn around, look at me and smile, all of y'all.
To be redefined.
Thank you.
Offensive coordinator Brett Roman says the entire offense
He's talking to
Jackson, and they'll do everything around his
Wow.
skill set.
All right, you guys, Kyle, look this way, please. And Lyle, look this way.
San Francisco will not pick up 32-year-old's contract.
Meeting salesman, the football we worked for, and I was second. I was always second. Second born.
Well, you missed it by 4 minutes already.
Yeah. Second born, you always had
All right,
that.
Ed, turn around, look here.
Why didn't you just say you're 1.5?
All right, everybody look
Look
this
at
way.
Marlene.
3, 2, 1. There.
My name is Preston James. I've been a stock and options trader for 23 years. I used to be an active swing trader, but that all changed once I discovered my Money Press weekly paycheck method. These days, I'm a passive trader, hauling in more cash while being able to sleep at night than I ever dreamed possible. I'm passionate about the market, and I like to keep it simple. My methods are changing thousands of lives, and I'm confident they can change yours. But let the proof do the talking by going to paycheckproof.com. That's paycheckproof.com. You'll see a 7-minute video revealing how my Money Press method grew a $54,000 account to $174,000 in less than 9 months. That works out to 5.8% per week. You'll see the proof right inside my real brokerage account. This isn't about overnight riches, but once you discover this for yourself, you can start on this same path overnight. You're 7 minutes away from changing everything you thought you knew about trading and investing. Go to paycheckproof.com. That's paycheckproof.com.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
The Sean Hannity Show. Why are we having all this great economic news? Is it directly related to rolling back burdensome government regulations that's costing corporations billions and billions of dollars every year and promising to reduce the corporate tax
When does
rate
your son leave
from one
for
of
the
the
military?
highest in the industrialized world to one of the lowest?
Army.
Monday at noon.
I was in the Navy.
Power Talk.
My dad and my brother was in the
Monday morning.
My dad and uncle was in the Air Force.
Her Navy guys are
Yeah, especially the SEAL team.
Yeah, one of the baddest special forces squadrons on the planet.
I know. That's why I was getting her shit,
My son's in the 160.
All right, we're coming back.
SOAR.
160.
Yeah, he's a night stalker.
Mixtapes got a little Hank, little Drake, a little something bumping, thumping.
Yeah, we're back, and we're here talking with Kyle and Lyle Helton of Drainmasters Plumbing, and we'll get to them in 1 second. How's it going, Erin? You want to talk about anything before I get into the market?
I wanted to find out about the rates and what's going on this year.
You're always
This
wanting to know
day.
about the rates.
I know, but that's my first question.
I know. Well, I'm not answering it.
You're not?
All right. So here's the lowdown. We got low inflation, low rates, low retail sales, and low unemployment. And let me break it down for you. So Friday inflation report came out for the month of January, showed that the inflation dropped 0.1%, which just doesn't sound like much, but that's keeping us in check so that the Fed won't raise short-term interest rates. Fannie Mae reported 30-year fixed rate averaged at 4.37% for the week ending February 14, which is down from last week of 4.41%, which doesn't sound like much, but a year ago at this time we were at 4.38%. So basically we're lower than a year ago. Okay? You follow me here, Erin?
Yeah, but you know what I think is amazing about that?
No, what? You're interrupting my point, my time?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got my guy at 4.25.
Right.
So you beat even the average.
Right.
You're a rock star.
All right. The combination of cooling inflation and slower economic growth has led to the mortgage rates going down. They're thinking the lower rates will help in the job strong. I can't talk right now. I can't. The strong job market it will help the spring home sales. So that's happy for you.
Happy.
Yes. And then the initial jobless claims came in a little bit higher than they were expecting, which, we just went through the government shutdown, so that probably was included in those numbers. And the last thing is, which is really important, is the retail sales for December came in way lower than they expected. And that was during the holiday season. They thought it was going to do much better than it did, and that's what's affecting the market right now.
I just think we had so much disaster, and then we don't have enough inventory.
Well, I'm talking about retail sales, which is the sales during the holidays for people buying stuff at the stores, not the actual homes.
That's because they're buying it all on Amazon.com.
No, it's just that everything came in worse.
Okay.
It came in. They were thinking a 0.4% gain, and it came in at a 1.7% down.
Oh,
Yeah, that's huge.
why do you think that is?
I have no idea, but one of the reasons you were talking about why the market in December was lower for home sales was, and they're thinking it has to do with the wealth effect. And what that means is because people lost money on the stock market, right? They weren't looking to go buy stuff.
Oh.
Buy houses and buy other things, because if you're losing money in the stock market, you don't want to go spend money because you don't know where it's going and what's going to happen. That's called the wealth effect, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, and that's why we sell homes. Tell people.
Well, this is the best time still to buy. I mean,
it's so great.
And
right
stop
now.
listening to all the negative stuff out there. The only way they sell papers and get you to listen to the news reports is if it was all negative. If it was all positive, you wouldn't listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, let's get into our boys over here, the plumbing twins. So the other
Love
night
these
I was
guys.
watching Family Feud. And I know.
What does that have to do with it?
I'll bring it together.
Okay, bring
all
it
right?
together.
So they're doing
You're
the
killing
top
me.
6 things, and they're saying, what is the thing that usually you service or repair that is higher bill than you normally think it will be? And the number one answer was plumbing.
Yes.
Unfortunately, so glad we have you here today to talk about it and why maybe that is, and explain other things to us.
Why that is that somebody wants to play with their own.
Yeah, we won't
Ooh.
get into what it is. All right.
Oh my gosh, you said that. Did that go in the air?
I know it was
Did
bleeped
that?
out. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't only just have to do with sewage. It has to do with water leaks. It has
That's
to do
correct.
with.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing that happens to me when I go into a house that we're buying, it's surprising to me that you just open up the counter underneath the sink in the kitchen, and it's all warped, and people just aren't. They let things drip and tear things away.
Yeah.
So, talk to me. What's the number one thing that you guys have to deal with when you go into a house?
Well, I think for homeowners, it is gas. They're very afraid of gas. Like anything with gas, they want us to really check it out because
Gas leaks.
yeah, gas leaks especially. They're really afraid of that.
And you know what, too, when the seasons change, now they're firing up their heater and they're
That's
afraid.
correct, yeah.
So you get called out a lot at this
For-
time of year,
yeah,
right?
for gas leaks. Yeah, it
Okay.
smells, gas smells, and they're very terrified of it. Nobody wants something like that to
Like
happen.
pre-ignition on water heaters too are
That's a big
common.
thing.
Yeah.
They sound like a shotgun. Boom, 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 boom.
And
it
that's-
scares the homeowners. They think their house is going to burn down.
Yeah.
Which
Why
it could.
Why don't you name the scope of your job? Like, what is the name of your company and the scope of the work that you do? Because it's really quite extensive.
Well, it's Drain Masters Plumbing Company. We've been licensed since 2010. Been serving the Central Valley Bay Area since 2008. We do anything from residential to commercial.
So it isn't just plumbing; it's heating,
Well,
air conditioning.
we do some plumbing, heating, and air, and or we sub that out to other companies.
I can hear it.
Oh, you can. Sorry. And also, we try to focus on new construction, stuff like that. Also,
Okay.
Commercial
So, what's your
accounts.
favorite job to do in all of the things that you do?
I think when we're roughing in houses, plumbing in houses, repiping, copper lines, pexing out houses, it's something that we can, something that we're building instead of just doing a repair on our customer's house. We're doing a build, and we're building,
From the ground up.
from the studs, when the framework gets done, and we're putting, penetrating the roof penetrations for our pipes, and putting everything else before anything's in there. We have a detailed scope in our head that says, we're imagining bathroom, showers, tubs,
Kitchens.
kitchen sinks, faucets, where everybody's going to be spending all their time at.
So you're actually involved with remodels then?
Yeah, remodeling.
Remodels and new builds.
Yep.
My dad was in the plumbing sprinkler fitters, and
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
yeah.
form of fire protection.
Oh, yeah.
However, he laid the first water pipes at Disneyland.
Wow.
So he always talked about things like that. So do you work closely with the fire protection for that, or do you
We are
actually
only
lay that line?
licensed to do residential fire protection.
You are?
Yeah, only residential.
Yeah.
Commercial.
So
we
that's
have to have a
amazing.
Different
we have to
license.
have a different license for that.
Okay, so I have to ask you a question. When I just had a house, and I was surprised because now all these homes built in 1950 and 1945, they all have the steel pipes
Yeah.
that are falling apart. Well, I actually had a house that had an iron pipe.
Yeah.
It wasn't even steel.
Wow.
And it was just disintegrating. So I was super surprised about that. Do you do a lot of the repair of that? Or
Yeah, we do. We take all that 1930s, 1940s, 50s old pipe when there was a war back then, and they didn't have the materials to make
Zinc, whatever.
the pipes. They were using them for tanks and stuff, so they were using alternative metals back then, and now we just ripping all that stuff out and putting the new type of piping and fittings for that.
that pipe itself was undermining the whole infrastructure of the house because it was wiping out the pillars and all on these raised foundations.
That's
So
right.
first thing to do is get your guys out there and have them
That's
check
right.
the infrastructure, right?
Yeah, we
Underneath.
do free camera inspections. We have line locators. We have hydrojet machines. We are a full-fledged plumbing contractor.
Yeah.
We have all the tools available. As one of the biggest companies, we have the same equipment.
Wow.
I have a question. So how'd you get started in this?
I got started in by,
We started the same day.
me and my twins started plumbing the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Was
funny.
he first or you first?
He was first.
I was first.
They talked
By
to him
4
first.
minutes.
Yeah. So, we started the same day. We started for another plumbing company out of Riverbank. My sister's ex-boyfriend was a plumber and got us both jobs.
Yep.
And we've been doing it ever since.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then you're reservist in the Air Force.
That's right, yeah. The housing market hit, no work. So my option was to join up. Yeah, so I joined the service in 2006. And then I was in the Army at first, the Oregon Army National Guard for a minute. And then I did a branch switch to go into the Air Force, the California Air National Guard. They actually flew me from Oregon to California, and I've been down here in California the whole time. So originally born from Modesto, so I fitted right in.
And now, did you do this stuff in the service too?
Yeah, that's what I do for the military. I'm with the 349th Civil Engineering Squadron, and I'm a water fields maintenance personnel. So I do basically this for the military.
Yep.
I get my
And you
expertise.
didn't follow him in the military, I see.
No, he had to stay out, run stuff when I was
Yeah.
gone.
But we were trying to have a company, Drain Masters, up in Oregon too, and it's just it's hard to get it. You're coming from California and you're born from California, and then you're trying to go
Out of the state.
out of state, and so we decided to revamp again after 10 years of trying up there to make it big over there. So we just kind of revamped together after our parents died here in California last year, and now we're doing really good together. We're taking our business and we're growing it here.
Yeah, in the Stanislaus County.
In Stanislaus.
And that's really hard with family, working with family.
Yeah, it's
I'm his twin, so
Yeah.
it's like I'm just a part of him. So
Yeah.
But that could be the exception to the rule.
Yeah. It could be,
I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful.
or it could be I put him in a lot of headlocks.
Yeah.
more like hug locks.
Hug locks? Is that what you tell him when he's trying to rough you up?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I find that comforting. I have a contractor that I've been working with, and he is from this area, and he grew up here. And then when people are asking about him, it doesn't matter where I go. Oh, I went to school with his family or something.
That's
so you
right.
feel like there's some accountability, and I like that you're local and that
Oh,
your
yeah.
family's from here. That
That's
makes
right.
it better for me to refer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of different contractors here, and the ones that do good work or the ones usually are locally born and have a lot of family around.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
their name means something.
Yeah, of
And
course
when
they're
they make
local. They're local, small local guys, and we all know each other. So
But when you work, you want your name to be.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You want
Proud,
you're signing
yeah.
good name?
Oh.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I just feel like when you sign a paper, it's not just signing a paper. It's who you are.
Yeah,
and
you're signing,
that you're
if
gonna
you
give
do-
them
if you
good
pull
word.
a contract with me, you're pulling it with my word, my reputation,
So I have more questions.
Yeah, go
Is that
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me do it after the break.
Okay.
You can ask them your actual questions you have.
Yeah, I have actual
All right.
questions.
Hey, we like to honor our local veterans. Do you know a business owner who is a veteran of the armed forces? Please get in touch with us. This week's guest is Kyle and Lyle Helton, but Lyle wasn't in their service, but Kyle was, and they are the owners of Drainmaster Plumbing, and we'll talk to you when we get back.
All right.
It sounded like a toilet place.
It did sound like a toilet.
All right,
This
so
report is sponsored by
when we get back, I'll ask them all the questions about you want to ask them.
Dell's biggest President's Day sale ever is
And remember,
officially
you're bringing
on.
this
Shop
back in.
amazing early
Oh, I
deals
get
on
to do
Dell and
something?
Alien
No, what
computers
no,
with
that's me
8th gen
again.
Intel
Sorry,
Core
you're after that.
processors right now. Plus, get free
Lying?
shipping on everything.
Hey, kids.
Buy Dell now.
No, yeah, you bring me in.
So-
Am I or am I not?
You're bringing us in.
Yeah, you are. What are we doing next week? What's our show?
I don't know. My wife's like, we're off that day, right?
No.
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 He's not having with me.
Sorry. Yeah, because it's a holiday and all that.
No,
No,
Why
it's
don't we,
not.
why don't we find somebody and
It's
record on
Box and
Wednesday?
Brew.
Oh,
I don't.
the
I don't.
23rd.
You can't do that to me. Somebody? Well, hey.
No, but I know, but you could do the Wednesday, right?
No.
That
It's huge.
It is huge.
Because I saw on a thing where this guy's like, I'm trying to qualify a lady. She makes $78,000 a year, but she has $500,000 in student loan debt. I'm like, how the hell you have $500,000 in student loan debt?
She's got everything. She's
No.
got mass. No?
No one has, but she's only making 78 grand. That doesn't mean a PhD. She's not doing it. And somebody else is like, I thought I had a bad one. They had 248,000, making
My
48,000.
my old assistant Victoria.
So let me see it. What did you show her?
Student loan debt show. How does that affect the home buyer?
Can I
You
steal
can have
this?
that. I won't even talk about it this week. So.
That's what we're gonna do. So
And then I found this also too. I don't know if you want to use it for anything.
I thought about having Paul Harmon on.
That's not.
Flipping houses and stuff like that, investor that way. Okay, we have a pen. I got one in here. I'm still in just for a second.
Sorry, here it is. Hey, sorry about that, Kyle. I just hear you when you're chewing.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. No problem. If you can hear it, you're the one that gave them.
I didn't say they didn't have to spit it out before the show.
You know what? The military, you gotta tell us. You gotta tell us everything.
No, don't give me that crap.
Tell us.
No,
It's true.
because
No, don't let him say it. It's different.
because
It's true.
those
He'll
two
tell you.
dudes went to
Have orders.
This has been your Healthy Air Living Report.
code when they did the Code Red. They had to go to jail, even though they should have known not to do the Code Red. The movie.
A few good men.
Yeah,
If you come in here.
You
should
want me
have
on that wall.
questioned it.
You need me on that wall.
Rush Limbaugh serving you
All right,
simply by
Need my pen. You're killing me.
got it. I know. Sorry. I'm out.
Golden EIB microphone. The Rush Limbaugh program. Monday morning at 9.
All right, so you're bringing us back, Erin, and you're asking the question.
I do.
All right.
Hi, I'm Judith Light.
We're not
Flu
there yet.
season is here, and our immune system.
You'll hear our intro.
Visit the National Council on Aging at ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor about
Here.
vaccine options for people 65
Erin.
and older.
Hey, it looks
That's a
like
building,
right there.
burn it and blow it up. That's a building that we,
Huh?
that's a building that my unit, right here, the photo, is a building that we built and blew up.
Hi, we're back with Kyle Helton, Drainmasters Plumbing.
Don't forget Lyle.
I know, but it didn't say Lyle here. It just said Kyle. Okay. Want to know what brand of garbage disposal? What about dishwashers? Kyle also handles appliance repairs. Call us with your questions. It's super easy. Dial pound or hashtag 250 and use the key phrase Real Estate Jerky. By the way, pound or hashtag 250 works 24/7 and we love it. You can also reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or email us at radio@realestatejerky.com.
You know, it doesn't say anywhere on their hashtag, so why do you keep bringing it up?
Because you do.
I not anymore.
You said so.
One time.
I know, and I was
bet,
minding
yeah.
you.
Go ahead.
You're just grouchy today. It's okay. So I have 1,000 questions for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So a lot of times when I go into homes, the water heater is just sitting on the floor when it's a gas water heater. And it's supposed to be raised up, right?
Yeah.
So how often do you see that situation where things are just installed incorrectly?
A lot of times. Homeowners usually do installations and they don't do them up to code. So that's why we have real estate people like you and your colleagues that allow us to go into the homes, do free inspection for you guys. We come in, we see issues, we'll notate them down. Then we'll say that what you need to bring it into the California State Code and Standard.
Okay.
So to be compliance with the state of California and the city of Modesto and the Stanislaus County.
Surrounding cities.
You had said something earlier that kind of caught my attention. So oftentimes I'm getting called out for the tubes, the flutes that go through the ceiling. They're always incorrect. They're never
right.
sealed. So do you go and do that work
Yeah,
too?
yeah,
Where you
we-
seal it up and
Yeah,
take
we
care
do
of
that. That's a fire prevention, stuff that we do for the vent piping for the water heaters and stuff like that.
Double wall.
Yeah, double wall venting and stuff like that we do and to protect the ceiling from catching on fire.
That's nice to know that you're available to do that.
That's right.
What about the new laws that state that we have to have water conservation fixtures? And so are you going in and revamping homes for that situation? And what does that actually entail for a regular home buyer?
Yeah, we're doing stuff like that too. We're doing low water, low flow water products. Shower heads, faucets, toilets.
Water heaters also have a low flow on it too. That's built into the stems.
Okay, so that's another thing. Sometimes I'm going into homes and there's the water heaters, and then everybody's saying update your water heater, but then I'm seeing these other units on the wall that only heat portions of water, and then it goes out in a tube or out in a hose.
Yeah,
so talk to me about the two different.
There's a conventional water heater, which is standard in most older homes, and then you got the newer ones. The
On demand.
on demand. Yeah, the on demand.
So are the old water heaters just going away, and they're going to go to this new system?
Yeah, I believe in the next 15 to 20 years we won't be seeing much
More water.
conventional water heaters around anymore. Tanked water heaters, they'll all be tankless.
Okay, so I have more questions. Do you have any?
No, I'm just
Okay.
listening.
So
Just,
I
guys,
also
make sure you're
have,
close to the mic.
because we're rural into the valley here, we'll be in some situations where we're still on a septic and a well, or we're on the utilities with the city.
Yeah.
So talk to me. Do you actually tie into wells and
Yes,
septic?
yes,
Do you work?
we do. We don't do well work, but we do septic tank replacement, leach line replacements,
Really?
and also we do city hookups. Through San
Well,
Joaquin
really?
and Stanislaus County. We're able to, with our license, we're able to tie in, from your old septic system into the city's laterals, and you just got to give us a call and
Okay, so I have another
we
question
give out
for
free
you.
quotes and estimates for that.
All right. We have some people with larger parcels, and I've seen somebody they're bringing in tiny houses
Yeah.
that will require their own septic and their own
That's
well.
correct.
Are you able to just tie into the other well or dig?
Yes, it just depends on the land. You have to be, the rule of thumb, 100 to 150 foot away from a well with a new septic system, so it don't contaminate the water. So regulations which each city and county are different, but
I thought it was 50 feet, but it's more
no,
than
it's
that now.
100. The most of them that I've installed was like 100 to 150 foot.
over
50 is a little close to a water source.
Well, so when you're dealing with like a tiny home that's just for one person, is it just a smaller septic system?
That's right. It's probably most likely a 500 gallon. Regular home is mostly 1,000 to 1,500 gallons for a standard like 3-bedroom home. So it'll be a lot smaller, like a 500 gallon.
I know that these septic systems all have to do with how far you have to drag the lines and how far you have to
That's
go to
right.
connect. But what's an average pricing for a 500-gallon septic?
Ooh, 500
idea?
gallon. Yeah. I could probably get a 500 gallon septic system for 2-person home, 1 bath, 2. We could probably do that for complete project. You're probably looking about $8,500.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a small tank. It's a small tank, small leach line. But, obviously if you get bigger tanks and, it's more work and more material.
And how often do you do you suggest that they get their well and their septic system checked?
It depends on how good your leach line is, really, on that, aspect, right, Lyle?
Yeah.
Your leach line in your tank should be good for 3 to 5 years, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the standard. If you're having problems like once a year or once every other year, I definitely have a professional like our company come out and major hydrojet your leach line. Yeah,
through the D-box.
that's right.
I found
And then they also drain it, right? And
Yeah,
check-
pump it, drain it,
out,
and it will clean. It will clean the actual the holes in the pipe, and allow the water to go back. Sometimes you get paper in there,
Clog
Oh.
up.
and then
Okay.
it clogs the holes, and or just lime. So if we hydrojet the line with our equipment, we're able to clean some of the lines that are not bad, but that are going to be bad if you keep running them without
cleaning.
maintenance.
Because
So definitely you
in
can
our cabin, we
maintenance.
have a septic and we have leach lines and all that too. So
That's right. So if you maintain them, they'll last a lot longer.
I wanted to know, how often should a homeowner have somebody like yourself come in and just check their interior plumbing?
I would say every 3 to 5 years. That's a good start because you never know when a leak is going to start or a gas, your house shifts or there's some moisture under your foundation. Something it moves and it could actually cause issues, leaks, gas leaks.
Toilets leaking,
right.
rotting out your flooring.
I promise you, that is the number one thing every single person finds. The toilet is not secured to the floor and it needs to be reset.
no wax ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no wax
bad
ring.
wax ring,
What is
yeah.
going on with that? How often is that should be changed?
They say through manufacturer that it's good for 10 years to wax, but I maybe once every 4 years.
Okay. So once every 4 years and once every 3 to 5 years for the house. How about the water heater? How long are they supposed to live?
But standard 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when they had glass-lined water heaters, they used to last for like 40 years.
Yeah, 30 40 years.
40
yeah.
years. Easily.
But now it's about 6 years.
Yeah.
So anybody that hasn't had their house checked out for 5 years
Definitely needs us to come in.
needs somebody. You did just come in and
Do
what do you
free
normally
plumbing
charge?
inspection.
So you'll just come
Free
in for
plumbing. Free.
What is wrong with that? That's so amazing.
I don't know. I know more people should call us because it's free.
So
Free.
what's your number?
It's area code 209-594-2074.
Say it again.
So 209-594-2074.
And
So,
then
I got a question. So on the hot water heaters, they get sediment in the bottom of them. So you
That's
should
right.
be draining them how often?
Once a year.
At least.
Twice is better.
Twice is
I
better.
don't
yeah.
think we've ever drained ours.
You need to drain it now.
You need to turn on your
By the way,
tipper
they're
pressure
stopping by your
control
house
valve.
when you leave here. They're stopping by your house, Aaron, to take
Okay,
care of
good.
them.
Yeah.
Because my husband
Clean it
keeps saying we got to change out our water heater.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
okay.
you can get twice the life with a water heater if you clean it.
And also have a sediment trap before your water heater would really help out.
That's right.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to pay some bills, and so we're going to come back with our last segment. Is it our last segment then?
Yeah, so you're taking my talk, but go ahead.
Oh, I thought you said what to go.
Go ahead.
You do it.
Too late. Oh, you're not going to go? All right. Hey, we're good. Hey, thanks for
Such a
listening to
brat.
us. We'll be back after we're talking to our sponsors and what they're going to say since Aaron took it over, and I don't know where my page is. So thank you. We'll talk to you when we get back.
It was mine. It says Aaron.
you should have done it.
Yeah, it does. You're
Then
fast.
why are you messing with it? Why didn't you do it if it said Aaron?
Because I don't want to take your time.
You already took my time. The first part. I can never get my time back from you.
Okay, then you can have it all.
Oh, yeah, the last two? Thanks.
One of the
Yours are doing really good.
This week on Welcome
Okay.
But, you gotta cut back on the talking. You just let your...
You're so good. It's like
All right, so we come back, let's talk about the community stuff you do, or any good stuff.
podcast in the world. Your music, your station,
And then-
your podcast.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring us back in, and then I'm gonna say, hey, Lyle, talk to me about your community stuff you're talking about in the first part. The community community stuff you're talking about in the first part. You know,
Oh, we're doing, yeah, we stuff a lot of it. That's one area where I've talked to them forever.
If they can afford it, you're still going to help them. And it's
One group here in Las Vegas.
He's like me, and like
Tickets before we announce our star-studded lineup is happening right now. On sale for a limited time only at AXS.
Badly.
That's
He's already getting calls.
Chris Tucker.
That's good.
Remember that?
I was
Yeah, call me back in like
paralyzed with
45
fear.
minutes.
When I saw that number, I did not know what to do.
Then, like a pot of gold
Somebody
at the
called
end of
me
a
about
rainbow.
this show.
I heard a
Oh, really? Yeah.
They did it
I
already?
swear to God,
The tax
you guys on the
relief is
radio right now? I'm
leading
like,
tax
yeah,
resolution
he's like,
firm.
oh, I need
Plus
the
rated by the
inspection.
Better Business Bureau and
Well, we got
experts
it.
of the Fresh Start Initiative.
crazy.
They've resolved
We got to charge more.
Super
We
good.
got to start charging for this.
Yeah, I'm glad for you.
I just gotta go right now.
You know what? Because it's ridiculous that people don't just call you and say, get over here and take a look at my house.
The team at
Right?
the tax
Yeah,
relief.
that's
This is
free.
how my husband called me.
charged for
It's
inspection
free.
right now?
For tax help, trust, call
Oh, yeah, other companies
Okay,
charge.
so what they do for home inspections,
Fabulous.
when you're
I'm
gonna
so
buy it,
happy.
it has to
I
go on
got
record, you have to
Optimum
make a
tax
report.
relief.
And they do a home inspection, they usually about 375, then they do a pest inspection,
Yeah.
where they check the
That's
plumbing and
a
stuff.
different.
Are you licensed for that?
I'm allowed to do home inspections for people. I'm a licensed contractor.
Okay, so we do pest and then we do roof.
Now it
Yeah,
seems
but
like
I-
you're
I'll-
constantly
I-
getting into pain. Listen, the makers of Super
But you
Beta
can check
Prostate are
septic.
introducing
I can check septic too, and give you a letter.
prostate.
Okay, so that's one we could use you
with
for
3
septic.
test
Oh
ratings
my
to
goodness.
arrange for your prostate. To celebrate,
Yeah, I
your
have the
first
license
30-day supply
right in my
is
wallet.
free. Pay shipping and handling. Get P3 Advanced free.
Now, what
Call
community stuff are you gonna talk about?
1-800-257-5251.
Yeah, we're talking about how you're helping people.
257-5251. 1-800-257-5251.
We're trying to
No, no, we do
senseless
like.
and cruel killing of our fellow
Well, I'm just saying, I'm going to come back and then you guys, what do you want to talk about?
and finally enact common
Is
sense.
there something you want to talk about?
Oh, if they're elderly.
You got a second?
We do military, elderly,
We aren't having a free debate in this country. We
That's
are
not for
having a
years.
freedom debate.
We're not ready. As soon as you can hear the thing.
It's a debate about
Why not? You've been talking the whole time.
Monday morning at 6 on the Valley's Talk Leader, Power Talk 1360.
Outside of the radio show.
You can see why he was the meeting salesman and I was the second.
This is Ed Parcaut here with my co-host Erin, who doesn't like to do the exits. But I'm here and we're talking with what are they, the plumbing twins?
I love these guys.
Yeah, the No Drain, No Gain Drain Masters Plumbing Show
That's
with Kyle and Lyle Helton. And we just can't get Lyle to be quiet. It's all about Kyle.
That's usually how it goes.
Is it? All right, so what should we know?
Yeah, well, we're
I think during the break we were talking about how you give discounts to veterans
That's
and
right.
elderly and that kind of stuff.
yeah, we give discounts to our fellow veterans, retirees, and also we do senior citizens. We give them all great deals. We're a local company, so we can make our own. We can say something. We could say, yeah, we're going to do this job for free. We're the bosses, so we can do this job for a great price. Or, if it's somebody in need, we can help them out. It's not a big deal. Since me and my brother are, the owners, and we make the prices. That's how it goes.
So you're here to help people,
So
no matter
yeah,
whatever
it's
that
our
is,
community.
You help them.
I've served my country. Now it's time to serve my community.
And I think
Yeah.
it's okay for you to make a fair profit, which is what you're
Of
trying to
course.
say. But then you take some and give back to your
of
community
course.
for people that are in need that really need it.
Yeah, we've given multiple water heaters to families in need over the last few years. And it's nothing for us because we want to first make sure that their families can have a proper shower and
Exactly.
and stuff and
Important.
Yeah, we've done that multiple times. We've the whole reason why I started my own business is because I helped a lady in Ripon and I quit my job.
Yeah.
An elderly lady, and did the job for free. I'm not going to say what company I worked for, but I quit and I picked up a shovel out of the back of my truck and started digging her front yard up. And that's the reason why.
That's how you started?
That's how I started.
That is an amazing story.
This is how I started my business. I quit my company out in Ripon, and the only plumbing company there in Ripon at the time. back in 2007. So I dug up her whole line, and the owner of the plumbing company came and picked up his van, and I had a shovel out of the back of my truck. I started digging her front yard up because I couldn't rip off an old woman that reminded me of my grandmother.
Exactly.
You know what? If you're out there and you need any type of plumbing work done, you need to call these boys. They're going to take care of you, and we're so proud of you for saying that. I'm
we're
taking you home for Thanksgiving.
Uniformed personnel with our company, so we're all licensed, bonded, insured.
Yeah,
and
all our guys have uniforms, so it'll say our company name on their shirts and stuff. So.
I was reading. Marlene puts a bunch of questions for us together, and sometimes one of the questions is, "What's the best refrigerator brand, and are Sub-Zeros worth it?"
Sub-Zeros are nice if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, just go to a good company like Whirlpool. Whirlpool's a good company. Frigidaire.
Yeah, I had a Frigidaire.
Kenmore. Try to stay away from LG and Samsung. They make a great TV. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Not a refrigerator or washer and dryer.
So how about garbage disposals? Talk to me. So
yes, garbage disposals. We installed those for $285. I don't know if any other company's doing them for that cheap.
That's amazing.
Do you guys do home warranty work at all?
No. We do work for home warranty companies, but usually they're
referred to us.
That's what I mean, but do you work for home warranty?
We have done them.
We have in the past. Usually the customer pays and the home warranty pays the customer back.
Yeah.
Right. No, I just want not every company works with them. That's what I was wondering.
There are some companies that they only focus on home warranties. Yeah. But we're not one of those companies that focuses mainly. We're trying to get our commercial up and keep our residential high. So we've had growth with our commercial.
We've worked for a lot of big companies like.
You don't have to say.
Large corporations.
Unless you want to.
Yeah.
Where's your office?
We're located in Modesto.
Where?
1420 Orlando.
1420 Orlando. What's your cross street there?
It'll be over by Herndon.
Music.
Yeah.
That's just our.
You have no idea where they're talking.
Yeah,
I have none.
We have a shop on 9th Street too.
Yeah, we have a shop on 9th Street too.
Okay, so that makes a big difference. Okay, so what else? I got all my questions answered.
No, you didn't. You didn't ask any of the questions.
Okay, well, I want to know a question about. Do you know about those systems where they put the water up on the roof so that the sun can
solar.
heat it?
Yes, we were just seeing one today. Me and my brother we were just talking about that. Yeah.
You think you might be adding that too?
No.
Okay.
Never.
We might start doing
the pool ones.
We might start doing some solar.
No, this is solar water for water heaters. They're terrible, in my opinion. But I'm just one plumber out of a million. There's probably 500 other plumbers that love them.
Yeah.
Myself, I would just go
solar. Period.
Not solar water, but
solar.
Get an electric water heater, get free solar, and then you got free hot water. You don't have to use. Mother Nature for that.
And electric water heaters heat up faster than the gas ones, right?
Have two
elements.
Yeah,
one at the top, one at the bottom.
They do. The refresh rate is quite faster, but gas is good.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can just go into someone's house and tell them what they need to do to protect their house against getting damaged in the future.
Well, you don't want to you don't want to keep calling plumber out every year. You want to. It could get expensive. You just want to call us one time. We fix the problem, and then we won't see you for 10 years. Then you can refer us to all your friends.
Well, and
you
then
don't have any more problems.
This is the time of year. You're doing your taxes. You're seeing your CPA. You're calling the doctors. Call the plumbers, and then let them come out and take a look at your house and button it up for you so that
we'll
you can have
free
a great
inspection.
year.
And
okay.
especially if you're going to sell your house, you should have them come out.
Yeah. We're a licensed company. We're licensed with the state of California, so we write you up a
report.
A report. Yeah, and you can give that to your real estate agent. You can give that to, whoever. We've done septic tank abandonments, and we gave reports for people buying homes or selling homes.
I did
and
one
all that.
like 2 weeks ago for a report.
I find a lot of my homes that are in the rural areas that have septic, and that nobody knows where the connects are, where you can do the. Yeah. Some people don't even know how to get to their septic tank.
We have specialized equipment to find them.
Really? And so you can come out and just locate it for them and then mark it for them so that they always know. And then sometimes I found that when they're trying to take the caps off or the lids off, they're breaking them and such like that. And so you have a special way of removing and not breaking them off.
Usually hand digging, something like that. We don't use it. We do have tractors and bobcats and, stuff that
They got
for
like
our
these
company.
hook things that we use to hook the lids. Usually they got
after we hand dig them.
after we hand dig them.
So that then they don't break in half,
That's
right?
right.
Because
yeah.
that happened.
But
to
we
one
also
of my
do those
clients.
repairs. So we,
Okay,
we-
I definitely need your
you know,
cards.
we
That's
do-
just amazing.
So if
Yeah.
somebody doesn't know where their leach field is, can you find it?
Yeah. I mean, we can find the box or how if nobody knows anything. I mean, we have to take the toilet off or access the pipe somehow through a clean out. We can run a camera. We can locate that line. We can locate the tank, and then from there we can locate
the leach line.
the D box, and then we go put our camera in the D box. We can locate it all the way down till it
And the
ends.
D box is for the rest of us. Who don't know it.
Distribution box. Yeah,
Is that
for
before or after the septic?
after.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where your clear water goes in to leach down into the
leach field.
So it's just amazing that you could do all of that stuff. It seems
Yeah.
like you're really, really diversified.
Well, when you have a company, you got to put money into your company for the correct tools to do the job right.
And I think that's smart because
So-
down here in the valley, we do have, the regular homes, and then we have the rural properties
There's-
that need both.
There's a lot of companies that don't have this type of equipment that guess at this stuff, but I wouldn't go with a company that don't have the equipment. If you were to hire somebody, ask them if they have the correct professional equipment to do the job correct.
Yeah, but how are you going to know what to ask?
Well, you got to ask, do you have the professional, do you have the right equipment to do the job correctly? Because I don't want no guessing games, As being a homeowner, you
So
should
ask if
have.
they have cameras. Ask
Yeah,
them if they
ask them
have-
if you have the camera, the locating equipment to locate the lines.
And if they don't know what to look for or ask, they can always probably YouTube it. YouTube's a big deal.
Yeah, I
So,
would go. We fixed a lot of those problems actually.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers do it itself.
So I think the big takeaway today is
We should start our own YouTube.
yeah, you should, huh? You can find these boys on social media. You can also find them with their phone number here. Why don't you give it one more time?
Yeah, 209-594-2074.
Name of your company?
Drain Masters Plumbing.
I think this is a perfect time to have these boys come in and take a look at your house and see where your the areas that need to be improved are. And they can walk away with a list and one by one check them off their list, right?
Yes, right. And we're free for inspections.
Free for inspection. That's amazing.
Good.
All right, we got a minute. You got something to say before I do our end? You like to say goodbye and take all the time.
I just wanted to say that how thankful I am to be here, that my heart is full of gratitude that I get to work with all these professionals in this valley that I think is amazing, around people that have good hearts, and then where there's so much promise and, where America's dream can really happen right here in our valley. So I want to say thank you to everybody, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, and we're here at the end of our show. Pretty sure hopefully we gave you a lot to chew on today. Kyle and Lyle, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
And next week's show is student loan debt and how it impacts home buying, which is huge from what I've been seeing the numbers. And remember, you can follow us anytime with our podcast, or you can call in 24/7 by dialing #250 from your cell. Use the keyword Real Estate Jerky, and we'll see you next week.